What is going on, guys? Welcome to Double Tap. This is Mash Those Buttons podcast dedicated to the FGC. I am your host, Crash in the building, next to my, right next to my lovely co-host, just turning on and off the lights, just trying, I don't know, spook us or having technical difficulties there. We got Static Gorilla.
Nope. It's one of those lamps that you touch it, you tap it twice, and
is that what you're doing?
Dang. Yeah. So I was just messing around because of the music and
nice,
all of that,
nice.
just helping those that are visually seeing us have a little bit of a visual help. I don't know.
Some eye candy. Got you. Yeah. So yeah, we are live on twitch.tv/smash those buttons on every Monday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So you want to catch the episode a day early, you can do so there. But welcome to Double Tap. This is the podcast dedicated to everything and anything in the fighting game community. C word, community. Yeah. So we've got an interesting week. We got some things to talk about. We've had an interesting week, excuse me. Got some things to talk about. We've got some things to check out, kind of almost firsthand here, live on the show. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Before we do, want to let you guys know, you guys can follow us, of course, on social media at Double Tap FGC, not just on Twitter, where we post up when we go live. We interact with the community, post up articles, get tagged in articles and such. But we also do actually put up highlights and such of these episodes that get streamed live on YouTube at Double Tap FGC. Make sure to go subscribe over there to check out the videos as they come out. So let's just jump into it, man. We had an interesting week for those that were here on Twitch when it was the Blaze Green date, as I said, 420 last week. We did have.
There was also. I'm sorry, real quick. There was also a shout out.
Good. Oh yes, there is a shout out. Yes, go for it.
I was watching Third Strike at Texas Showdown. A little bit of spoilers. We're going to get into that too. But I was watching Third Strike, and Sencho was in the chat, said that he can't wait to hear us talk about Texas Showdown on Double Tap. Hey. We could have fit that in later when we talk about Texas Showdown, but still. Yeah,
it's all good. We'll give the shout outs right now. Absolutely, no, you are correct. Shout outs to you, homie. We always love seeing our fellow stream monsters lurk and talk in stream chat as well when they're not lurking. Excuse me. Let me get the proper terminology out there. But yeah, all right. So let's jump into it, man. Street Fighter 6.
All right, yeah.
Street Fighter 6. The showcase has came in and gone, back and forth here and there. Wheezy, all that good stuff, right? I think that's if I were to summarize it, that's how it went down. But yeah, some interesting stuff. What did you think about the entire showcase itself?
I remember we were watching it here, so for those that didn't catch up with us, however, I think I predicted everything. Did I not?
Actually, yeah. Let me put it out there. Fucking Static. Somehow you predicted everything live. You're like, oh, it's gonna be this. They're gonna show this, and it's gonna be these. And I was like, no, it can't be like that. This guy was. He don't miss.
I knew that it was gonna be a very casualistic type of video. It was because for competitive, or if you've been following it for a while, you already knew most about what was going on,
Yeah.
But besides that, I think when they actually went into a lot of the, world tour information, we haven't seen that before. But at the same time, we knew what it was already sort of having. And
what it was going to be.
Right. And now, again, it was only a 30-minute video. We knew that they were going to go into that, and then they said, all right, so for 15 minutes basically we'll talk about world tour, and then the next 15 minutes will be more about competitive and what was it? I don't even remember the second half of the video.
It was the second half was more about like the beta and a couple other things, like the battle hub and such, the extras that they're gonna have in it, the teams, dojos, right, that you can represent, all those little extra things.
What you can do with your created character and bring them in and fight. That's
exactly. So
sorry about that, y'all.
Yeah. So that's what we got into. So the showcase, first of all, did they get their value out of Lil Wayne, Young Money being in there? I don't know. The brother was there for, I think, a total, no lie, I don't know, like 2 minutes. Maybe, and even then I'm stretching it, possibly maybe 3. But
minute at the start.
But this doesn't.
Yen.
But this doesn't mean this is going to be the only appearance, right? There might be even a special launch event that he's going to be involved with that's going to help market. But I think it did its job, though. He was attached to it. We were curious. People definitely tuned in.
Yeah, I mean, it was also at a particular time on a particular date of the on the 20th of April. So I mean, if you happen to watch the video and probably missed it while watching it, I mean, I don't blame you.
Yeah, it came and went. But yeah, there we go. It came and went. But yeah, so we got that, and like you said, it was definitely more casual orientated in a sense of they were just going over a lot of features, which was great actually. That's kind of the part I want to really talk about is World Tour. So World Tour has now, we already have an idea of what it's supposed to be. Expansive, an expansive world where you can actually follow the story of your created avatar, and the paths you can take to meet other established Street Fighter names and take them on as masters, right, and learn from them, and grow your character and interact with the world of Street Fighter, whether it's Metro City, whether you're going to Italy, to India, and of course all the other stages that we're going to get. We didn't get to see everything, but even though we only got to see so much, the amount that we saw was a lot. This is going to be a very, very packed single player experience, and I am so for it.
I am not, surprisingly. I'm not much of a. I guess you could say I'm an adventurer. I mean, I've played through all of Pokemon, but that's again another IP that I like, that I associate with RPG. But this is definitely a cyberpunk route that I haven't taken yet. I say cyberpunk because there's also a lot of character creation that can go into this game. I mean, a lot. Now, it doesn't go into depth as cyberpunk had, but this is a lot of detail. And like, my character doesn't look like me, but I created a general character that I associate more of my, like, when I have an avatar, I usually make something sort of related to what it looks like.
But yeah, so it's definitely I am for it because I love single player experiences as much. I think it's great for Street Fighter to have this because historically, it's funny. I told my older brother. No, excuse me. I didn't tell my older brother about this. He called me. My older brother called me like, "Yo, did you peep out the demo?" Which I haven't, by the way. There's obviously a demo that's out. I haven't peeped out the demo like that yet. But he was like, "Yo, have you peeped out the demo?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I saw the video. Like, did you see all that crazy, like the World Tour stuff?" He was taken back by how much you can do, because he was like, Street Fighter's just done the same shit forever. And this is a completely unbiased guy who was there for the arcade, literally at its prime, was there with MK Drop, was there with Street Fighter 2, was one of the reasons why I got into fighting games the way that I did eventually, or were always around them, was because of him. So this is a person that's seen outside looking in, doesn't have a bias looking at anything, and he's like, it's crazy to see Street Fighter do way more than what it's just always done, which was the same shit. Get a bunch of new characters, maybe you get a little bit of a story, arcade, and like that's it. You got one or two little segments there, but he's not gonna like dig deep to really be like, oh well, technically dramatic battle and this and that. Is like, no, they're not. The casual player's not thinking that. World Tour is just such a big flag to show that they are putting in so much work to make it an experience that you don't have to be a competitive player to enjoy, which I am completely for. I'm for it.
Yeah, and I actually did bring this up while we were on. It's tailoring to a crowd that doesn't play fighting games per se. It's because it's trying to be a complete game. Obviously, the previous game didn't have content like this.
No,
it just had the game on launch, and people were like, "I buy it." And this is also going to sort of lead to the longevity of the game. Like, will people sell it immediately? Will they sell it back to GameStop immediately? No.
Are there going to be is there more content that's coming with like new DLC characters, which we'll say in a little bit? When will that affect World Tour? Is now going to be consistent content that's going to be added as you grow along with it, right? There's a lot here to unpack, and there's just so many ways of doing it. So So I think overall the presentation they had for World Tour was just like way more than I had expected. It kind of took me by surprise, to be honest. Like I was getting this is weird, like games that I think of that I enjoyed like single player in a lot, that are kind of fighting in the fighting game realm. Like I enjoyed Power Stone 2 a lot when I played it, because it was so much creation. Like you to get all the items, you had to run the game so many times, the story mode or whatever with different characters and all that. And another one is Def Jam. Like Fight for New York is one of my actual favorite. I know it is a fighting game. Like I think I call it. I think it's a fighting game. It's got a hell of a competitive scene. I'll tell you that much. But Def Jam Fight for New York, I think, was one of the most awesome like story mode single player experiences I've had with like your own created avatar that's inserted into that world. Like this is no different, to be honest. And side note, I don't care what Capcom says. I don't care what Jamie gives you in that cutscene. That shit is booze. I know he says herbal tea. Fuck that herbal tea. Give me an herbal tea that does that to your homie. Then we'll talk.
So my brother actually did get a hold of the demo, and he's very casual. But again, he is like, all right, Street Fighter. I like Street Fighter for Street Fighter and like the characters. So he sent me all his videos of him like fighting people and you know, in the streets fighting a mime or whatever,
just rolling out.
Like, yeah, but then he also did state like, he said something about my issue is weak. It's a bit weak as a Street Fighter game. Again, it's only a demo. He says, I feel like I'm in a waiting room fighting randos. Arcade, I'm sure, is where it's at. But what's the purpose of create a character? And I sent him the video to go ahead and watch. So like, I can understand that too. If an older player is sort of like, what is the point of a world tour if I know I want to do just arcade mode?
Yeah, it's this weird hybrid in between, because your brother's older than me too, right? I believe
he's 38.
Yeah, he's older than me. Your brother's older than me. He's closer to my brother's age. Like I don't know. There's like I grew up definitely in between both. Like I can play a game that it just only had an arcade mode or whatever. Like yeah, I can survive that. But I'm also a great enjoyer of single player content. So like for me, it's like it hits both. But I can see why, you know, those that just know, like I said, the casuals that just know Street Fighter for Street Fighter, know the characters, the unique characters, unique moves, and it's like you, me, fight, let's go, are like World Tour is cool, but might not be their cup of tea. It's perfect. It's fine. That's why they still have all this other stuff you can do in Battle Hub.
And then that's why there's the separate downloads in case you don't want World Tour. In case you're done with World Tour, you can keep the multiplayer stuff, you know?
Yes.
So obviously this is a tremendous change that they are doing. I think it's really helpful in the long run. We'll see. But back to like the whole trailer thing, I like the idea of each character having their own apprentice. And in my head, here's what I was thinking as I was playing the demo today. All right, we're going to get alternate costumes of the main character. Like Chun-Li, is her alternate going to be her apprentice? Is Jamie's the other apprentice for what's his name, Bosch, the apprentice for Luke?
Yes.
Is he going to be an alternate costume for Luke?
That guy needs to just be a DLC already. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I can only wish, right?
There's so much that this game could definitely provide, and I think World Tour is just the start of Capcom kind of planning the fly to be like, we expect so much content to come out of this, because they are kind of just creating a great foundation for it, and it'll appeal to everybody, which is awesome. So you know they focused a lot on the avatar because they're trying to sell it. They're selling it to the casual. Remember, as we stated a million times before, as big as a competitive scene as we are still just a minute piece of their market that they want to sell to. They are still providing a lot of stuff for us, but at the same time, they still want to make it fun. Can I also make another note that seeing any kind of like seeing Chun-Li stance on anybody that isn't Chun-Li is weird. I don't know about you, it's very strange. Like seeing Dhalsim's arms wave super and it's not Dhalsim, it's very weird. Like it's gonna take some getting used to because it's so out of place. But I think like they're just their direction in how, you know, RPG elements that they're putting in. They're just putting layers upon layers, items that can affect things, layers and layers. Your design, another set of layers. Like the masters you can pick, right? The movesets you can add, the brokenness you can create. It is all in good fun. Don't take it serious unless you want to get into a tournament, in which case that's different. But I mean, hey, your avatars can now also fight each other in Battle Hub in like the center floor of it, so which is like really cool. And they just like, you know, they were really trying to hammer it home that like in this demo that's out right now, you can create your character and will carry over, by the way. So all the work you put into actually getting your character together will just carry over. But they are really pushing that agenda hardcore. It's like, yeah, this is where we are about this, which is pretty dope. And they need to market it out to make it very, very clear. Because I mean, we're gonna be here to play it because they've already gotten so much great feedback from all the previous betas, right? Like that people just enjoy the game, can't wait for it out. So they're like, okay, cool, we got the gameplay down. Now we need to kind of catch that other piece of the market, other piece of the pie for us. And that pie is called an ad pie, which is what we're about to get into right now, hot and fresh out the oven for you guys. And we'll be right back after this. All right, and we're back. We've had our dessert, our just desserts, our world tours desserts. And we got, like I said, we got to get a chance to look on a couple other things on the other half of the showcase, where we got to talk Battle Hub, of course, the beta, or excuse me, the demo that is out right now currently on just PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. With, remember, April 26th is really the day we're looking into. Because unfortunately, once again, Static called it all. He said it's only going to be Luke. It's only going to be Ryu. I was like, there's no way. We react to it live. Turned out, yeah, it was only Luke and it was only Ryu, which then kind of solidified me into not downloading it right now. And we'll see. But we see everyone else in the character select screen, but they're locked. I am just assuming here. This is a big assumption. I'm assuming Capcom's taking precautions to prevent not having any kind of data, any kind of characters there that shouldn't be there. But I don't know. It's kind of a weird situation because you're playing a little bit of World Tour and you play against characters from different styles that aren't just Luke and Ryu. So it's like that data needs to live somewhere in there. So we'll see. We'll see how the PC version sticks out to them. Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting. Once again, April 26th. Get ready to hear about that. But yeah, so the demo, that's kind of gonna be the next piece that I want to focus on. It has been out. There's no real training mode. There's like jank. There's versus mode, I believe is what I saw. There's versus mode, but there's like jank training mode where people are just like taking like this tutorial mode, and instead of doing what it says, they're just like doing combos and messing around with the mechanics to kind of circumvent around it, right? They don't want you hitting the lab too much. They don't want Luke and Ryu to just be disgustingly developed by the time the game comes out. Well, unfortunately, it still will. But actually, I'll say that with a big asterisk. So with all the stuff that has been going down, a lot of people have been, just getting their hands on the game. Those that have been in the open beta, those that were in the closed, the first and second beta, I mean, and then maybe not in what is it called? Or haven't been in either of them, excuse me, are now getting their experience with the game. What I suspected was happening ever since the beta became a thing, because I know a lot of the arguments that have gone on out there is like, yo, crack players are going to be fucking insane. They're going to be winning all the tournaments when the game drops, right? This, that, and the other, because they've been labbing ever since, I don't know, fucking November, whenever the first beta dropped. And I didn't believe that was going to be the case, because there's no way Capcom isn't going to be aware of this. And they're going to do what I suspected, which is they're going to alter whatever we get day one of the game. There's going to be alterations in terms of the frame data, the way some characters are playing, because everything we did is subject to be changed. Even when we were playing the beta, it's like, this is great. This is all tech that's going to be like working in the beta. That does not mean it's going to work in the final retail version, which has basically already started to show inklings of. If you took to Twitter, got to check out some of your favorite players out there and personalities. Ally Joe posted up that night. There are changes. Ryu's nerfed, stating that his crouching fierce frame data has to be changed, as in like stand medium punch to crouch medium hard punch or something like that. Oh no, excuse me. He says he used to be able to drive rush crouching heavy punch to stand medium punch, doesn't work anymore. Could be a universal nerf across the board, but I haven't seen much on the Luke side as of yet. But we haven't seen the footage either. But there's going to be changes, and this is kind of, I guess, a way for Capcom to kind of show that, like, you know, hey, yeah, the beta crackers are having your fun, but that doesn't mean it's gonna be in full effect by the time the game actually comes out, because I don't want to say it's everything, but at least some things will definitely be tweaked out. And that isn't the only case either. We're seeing also some changes that I don't know if these were actually necessarily something that changed, but I don't remember this being a thing as much in the beta, which was like seeing like projectile drive rush, parry to drive rush, like punishes. I don't know if this is new to the beta, to be honest. I just started seeing the tech. This was sent to us by the homie MJ, and it was like, yo, this is kind of gross, where you can like almost like perfect parry projectile, but then get into drive rush. Mm-hmm. it's never going to stop. I just want y'all to know I've given up.
I saw this footage earlier, and then as I was playing the demo and I'm fighting against like the computer. By the way, a lot of people are doing this computer level 8 challenge these days. And I was trying to fight through it, trying to parry through it. I could not ever perfect parry a fireball.
Yeah, it's a little interesting to do. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, the tech is going to be interesting. We're already seeing changes as to how maybe the game's going to already evolve, or the directions that they've taken from the first couple betas, which is great, because the game's not going to feel like the crack being out took away anything from it, right? That's the big thing. Like, a lot of people were afraid that by the time the game came out, because here's the thing about fighting games, especially modern fighting games, since 2009, right? Fighting games have developed. In other words, their life development has gotten shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter with every release of whatever the fighting game is. Like, because we're in such an age of information and sharing tech and Twitter and all this, like, games get figured out. So, like metas. I'm talking about metas. This is purely in a competitive standpoint, right? What's viable, what's meta. It gets shorter every fucking time a new game comes out. And with a crack being out there, like, all these characters have so much tech to them already, and the game is at negative, it's at negative 38 days, right? Like, it's insane. So a lot of people were worried that the game's just going to get figured out so fast that it's going to end up being a little bland because of it, due to the effects of the crack. But like I said, with Capcom initializing these kinds of changes, that just means we're just going to have new interactions, new things that we're going to have to do almost a fresh start. Not a full fresh start, but a pretty good fresh start. So, for those that were kind of dooming and glooming about the crack, I wouldn't sweat it too much. As a matter of fact, once April 26th comes out and this game gets cracked, I also would not worry about it, because they'll probably change it again from now till then anyway. Just my 2 cents.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, it's almost like no point, and you're going to be fighting like 10 other characters that are not in the cracked beta yet. Like, those people are going to be starting from square one anyway.
Yeah, there's going to be
plus, I mean,
so many players starting from square one.
Good luck if Dawson can cancel his far normals.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's so much we're still dreading, because there's still so many characters we haven't had a chance to play against, right? And speaking of characters we haven't had a chance to play against, I mean, we had the DLC schedule given to us, which is also amazing, right? So Rashid will be coming this summer. We then will have what is it? Is it her name? What is her name? Io? What the hell is her name?
I don't recall. No, I don't have it in front of me.
I don't remember. Yeah, well, Fang's disciple. Yeah, she's coming out fall of this year. Is it fall? Am I thinking fall? Yeah, fall. Aki, thank you. Fall this year. Ed is going to be coming back winter of 2024, so starting, January. And then we get Akuma for spring of next year. Or was it summer? Spring or summer? Whichever way, it's 2024. We're not going to be seeing Goki anytime soon. But also, the crazy part about it is 2 things. One, the DLC, or rather the leaked DLC characters that we covered way back when, was definitely correct. But then 2, like the frame data and such that we've seen changes on, we're seeing kind of a little bit of a facelift too. Like Akuma looks different now than the initial design that we saw him in that original leak. He's now got white hair. He looks way more savage. I really don't really know what else to say about that, but like, you know, that's just to show you like you need to keep an eye on all this stuff, because Capcom is gonna, you know, flip the script on us. Don't expect to know everything that's gonna come out, or the directions they're gonna take with everything, because they've definitely been hard at work to still give us one hell of an experience once the game does actually drop.
Yeah, my boy Rashid lost his scouter apparently.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he doesn't have that anymore, right? Yeah, right. No more scouter.
Yeah, no, I'm liking where it's going. I wish it wasn't so far spread out. Seems like they're coming in seasons. You know?
Yeah,
Rashid,
one per
Rashid
season.
Summer, Aki the fall, Ed winter, and Akuma spring. So
yep,
feels kind of far for Akuma, and I don't know why Akuma is now being DLC again. You know?
Listen, man, because he's paid to win, baby. He's paid to win. But it's great. It's crazy that we're getting Akuma from Tekken in the game. I'm pretty stoked about that. I don't know about you, but it's cool that we're seeing that cross. We're finally getting our Tekken X Street Fighter or Street Fighter X Tekken.
Did you say Akuma from Tekken?
Yeah, that's Akuma from Tekken, right? Yeah, it's Akuma from Tekken.
No, it's Sephiroth from Smash.
Sephiroth from Smash?
Ryu from Smash.
Yo, Ryu from Smash got his own game? That's crazy. That's sick.
That's Cloud from Smush. No.
Oh, my goodness. But, yeah, so the showcase was, I think, what it was intended to do. Did what it was intended to do, which was really show off that single player content, get us excited for what's coming up. The demo's doing its thing right now, but we're just gonna have to wait and see until, you know, April 26th if anything else develops. And we got to see Cammy go against Truck, which was also pretty cool. Got to see her face, some of her reactions anyway to it. We got to see a couple other things, you know, like Manon's critical art and such. There were little things sprinkled around if you look hard enough.
That's right. There's another thing that was included in the demo was the special battles with the bull and the knockdowns. Like if you get 5 knockdowns,
extreme battles. Extreme battles.
Yeah, those things. So there's some of that fun stuff is in there too, and it's multiplayer, by the way, the demo. So
yes,
I'm looking forward to playing with others. But you know what? Hey, crazy idea. Run a local,
right?
For you and Luke.
Right? Crazy. I forgot. Actually, no. I think I saw. Where did I see? Somebody was having a get together, and they were showing off pictures, and they had like some setups with the demo in it already. It's like, yeah, just do it. Why the hell not? Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's two very bland characters for me. Yeah, right. 2 very bland characters for me, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I just gotta wait a little bit longer. That's perfectly fine.
Right. I mean, you know, I think this is a really good opportunity. And you said we were a little disappointed that it wasn't a lot more characters, but honestly,
extremely disappointed.
Oh god,
solely disappointed.
It looks like it's an early type of build, but then again, it's not. I say early because it has the only 3 matches, and then you're booted. That's weird.
Yeah, that's still like, come on, man. I already downloaded it. Just let me have this. Please.
It's not a display demo.
Yeah, let me have this, Capcom. Right. I know you're still salty about the crack, but I mean, Street Fighter V was also cracked. I don't see anybody else tripping out about that. But what we do see people tripping out about, not tripping hard, but I don't know if you saw the actual tweet from Momochi about thoughts on the Street Fighter 6 crack, where
send me.
Yeah, so Momochi did take to Twitter. And it was translated by Giuna, or rather Giuna, you know, posted a translation stating, this is what Momochi said, saying, I feel like those playing on the cracked version should be permanently banned. Capcom is being too soft. There are certain overseas players who have even shown the crack on stream or tweeted it out. Yeah, bro. Because you know what? A part of me is like, I get it. Absolutely. I if you are doing this with the sole intentions of trying to get money, go into tournaments and just get an advantage, then yeah, you should not be allowed, right? Like I think it was early on, you know, with those early tournaments with Who was it? Was it Chris Tatarian? There was a couple players like that were just
the beta tournament.
Yeah, the beta tournaments, and people were like up in arms about it because he won, or some people won, and they're like known for using the crack and such. It's like, you know what, ban the testers, blah blah blah, all that whole thing again. Listen, if you get caught, like, that's on you. I think you shouldn't go to tournaments with the intentions of trying to hit all the tournaments with intentions of trying to make the money. Two, the real players will always succeed. Like, yes, crack players are gonna have an advantage maybe for a week, but if they're not good, like, trust, like, that advantage will not last long. So I wouldn't sweat it.
You remember when Justin Wong had an early access to Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and he didn't enter a tournament, but he showed up. And it was like him versus F-Champ, and we knew F-Champ was good, but then Justin Wong just beat him with Nova Ultron, just like straight 5-0. I'm like, geez. And it's not that it's killing the game, but that is sort of like,
it's pretty demeaning.
A little bit of humbled himself to not like enter other people time, but at the same time, like I said again earlier, with those new characters coming out, like, we were all still gonna have to learn them at the same time. Yeah. So even crack players, whatever, Chris T or whoever said that, and Chris T admitted that he had access to it, but he's also a full-time teacher, like a chemistry teacher or something. I don't believe how this shit. Once that dude that made the Tekken World Tour, finals, and he had a job, kids and stuff, I'm like, bro, nobody got an excuse for not having time. I don't care. But they could sacrifice sleep. Right.
The one thing I do also want to bring up, it's like, Japan's historically has had access to versions of the game early. Not this game, but historically, Street Fighter 4, Tekken 7 was a whole fucking year before it even made its way outside of Japan into NA for Tekken cats to actually play at home. It was just in arcades, right? Like, it's like, listen, bro, no one gave a shit then. I mean, sure, I know now it's like by not the best means, because it's an illegal crack, right? You're not allowed to do that. But it is what it is, son. The Pandora's box has been opened. You can't put everything back. So just go on for the ride. Don't worry, your Ken is still gonna be disgusting. Yeah. We're all gonna fucking enjoy it.
That game is toothpaste.
Don't act like
can't get it back in the bottle.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, where's this going? Something about brushing your teeth. But listen, man, don't act like Momoshi, don't act like you don't already play the game at some point, or haven't been in the Capcom offices playing the shit or play testing for them. Stop lying. Right. Stop lying.
Right. I mean, but has it happened before, though? Like I said about Justin, has it happened? I mean, the Street Fighter 5 was broken on a beta too.
Yeah,
where like some characters were in V-Trigger permanently.
Yep.
And I was like, I don't even feel comfortable looking at
I feel dirty. I don't like this. But it
is what it is.
It is what it is, man. Just adapt, like all of us will. Trust, you ain't the only one in that boat if you really haven't been playing it in any way, shape, or form, or haven't been playing it for Capcom.
They all got a plan until Marissa punches you in the face.
Yeah, exactly. They all got a plan. They all got a plan until Ken mixes your shit up.
I just want to see Marissa and Manon just
can't wait.
People.
Can't wait. I'm enjoying all my time with that. All right, so yeah, that's gonna be it. Segment. That's gonna be it for Street Fighter. We do have some Tekken to get into, because we were just talking about Tekken. We might as well talk about some Tekken. So we got a new character trailer announcement. Reveal and gameplay. So yeah, I haven't seen the trailer yet myself. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
I haven't.
One of my favorite redesigns of the game so far.
Wow, really that good? I mean, I've seen like the cat, right? I've seen some of the memes. Yeah, there we go.
She looks fantastic, and it's Lili, by the way.
It's Lili. So yeah, she looks good. Her hair looks. Hold on. Instantly must test to see how cultured Namco is. Oh, I can't zoom in anymore. Hold on. I don't see enough bulge coming out of the stocking, so I give that like a C. Like, you never seen a girl that's got like stockings on and she just has like a little bit of overhang because her legs are a little thicker than the stockings are, so it's just like a little bit. Okay. That's my religion. Just so you knew. Okay. I just wanted to check out. That's all. Nah, so Bandai Namco, just Yeah, I'll give you like a C plus. But her face looks incredible. Her hair looks better than it definitely did in 7. Something about the way they rendered hair on some of the female characters didn't look too great. Already
trying to make sure she's. Were you trying to make sure she's wearing like compression socks or something?
No, the thing that's making it weird is like the way her little fluff piece is kind of like cutting through her hair, like, you know, actually like going through it. It's throwing me off. But yeah, Lili, sorry, I'm nitpicking here. Let's get into it. So yeah, she does look good. No, don't get me wrong, she does look good. She is a menace. She's got a cat now as well. I don't know all her moves, but man, she is putting in some work.
No, even the stage is looking great in the sunlight. The stage looks better in the daytime, actually.
Oh shit, we got some Asuka Lili action as always. The eternal rivals. I've seen this. Someone edited this over the Mortal Kombat 3 character loading screen, and it was amazing. I was like, yes, that is awesome.
Like I said, I like the redesign, and why I say I like the redesign is because in every game I've ever seen her in, I'm not a Tekken aficionado, but she's always been just plain Jane, white dress, French lady.
She's the Karen. She's the Karen of this game. You know.
Yeah.
Obnoxious. Got the laugh and everything. Got some sort of beef with a brown-haired girl.
Right. She was the same in Cross Tekken. It's just. Yeah. This is a really good change, and she's got Manon type finisher. So I only say that with all the poses.
She dances. Oh, the posing. Bro, I swear they're talking to each other, man. They're like, yo, I like this idea. Like in my trailer, I'm gonna have the main protagonist or one of the main characters just pump their arm, and we're gonna see the flexing. And sure enough, they both had it. Like, oh yeah, well, my one character is gonna be here and it's gonna dance and such. It's like, oh word, yeah, it's gonna have animals. There's now the second character that's got some sort of animal that they're bringing along. Oh, maybe that's why. I just thought about it. Maybe that's why they had her fighting against Leroy in the beginning. They just putting it all together. But no, she looks good. She looks good. I don't think no new stages. We're just seeing more of the stages, more Bob's Burger ads in the background. I don't know if you noticed that, but
you know, it's funny. Both games right now, Street Fighter and Tekken, have a Times Square, and so does Guilty Gear has a Times Square.
Yeah,
going on. In it. So,
shout outs to New York.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did see this. I did see this though in their arena. If you actually look in the background, that's the Tekken World Tour trophy in the back with the 2 fists.
Oh, snap!
That was really awesome to put in there. Like that's like such a sick little detail. But yeah, so Lili, she's looking. Oof, that was. What's that?
That was a crazy homing button.
Yeah, it was long too. I don't know if it's charged. You got the heating gauge, and we're just going. That wasn't heating gauge. Actually, she went into heat. The heating gauge is here. Yep. Oh yeah, she's looks like fun. What the flip? What was that?
What was that? What was what?
At like 125, like the weird like homing, like Asuka looked like she tried to sidestep, and this move, even though she was in midair, like, or did she feint that? I don't know. The way they cut that was kind of weird.
Asuka has a backflip, and then she does a forward dash. That's what she was doing there.
Oh, okay. So she just caught with that. All right, gotcha. But yeah, Lili looks good. Not really surprised that she's made the cut. She's kind of a. Not to say she's not a favorite, but she is just like Asuka. She's got her fan base for sure.
That's something I was gonna
Salt?
say.
That's the name. Yeah. That's the name of the cat is Salt.
Yes.
Harada, seriously? Oh my god.
Don't ask him for salt. Anyway, so what I was gonna say when I first saw the trailer is that wow, okay, Lili. So it feels like Tekken 8 is the game that shows their staple characters. Who are their staple characters? Outside of Jun, by the way. These characters are the staple now to Tekken. Your Nina, your Law, your Paul, your Jin, your Kazuya. No Heihachi. I don't think he's going to be in this game.
No, I actually update on that. Harada did state like he's dead. Like
yeah.
But then again, apparently he said Jun's dead too. So take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah. You saw the movie, right? No.
Yeah, you've seen the movie.
Jin should be dead. He got shot a bunch of times.
Yeah.
But, Double Jin is there. So, this, I feel like Lili has already been a staple. Since Cross Tekken, she's obviously part of the Tekken series. Like,
Yeah.
he's a regular.
You honestly
I'd be
can't-
surprised if you see what?
You can't have Asuka without Lily, or you can't have Lily without Asuka, right? At this point,
Right. I mean, you've got Leroy in there, who's also from the last game. You know, like you have your extra, not guests, but like your extra later characters, so to speak. So I'd be surprised to see Lydia. I'd be surprised to see like Chloe or somebody else. I would even, you know, they might even throw in Christy instead of Eddie in this game. I'd be down for that.
That is possible. That is definitely possible.
It's just me talking though. They did bring back her song in Tekken 7.
But yeah, they are going to be coming out with a large roster as we've talked about before. Definitely more than the 18 in Street Fighter. So expect just a large character roster here from Tekken. Lily just now occupying one of those spots. But that's awesome, man. This is cool. We're getting announcements now of characters that we just straight up did not expect to see. I think, like I said, because now they've gone through everyone that we did see originally announced. Now it's just a matter of everything here is all just an added bonus for sure. So Tekken 8 is looking good as we get some more characters in. Hopefully on a weekly basis, maybe, you know, even at a monthly basis wouldn't be a bad look. Let's get into some not so great news. I want to say it's not terrible news, but it's like, oh, kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping to get into it, but Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. Initially, we did have a beta scheduled for May for the online beta for Rising, right? So we were gonna get crossplay. We were gonna get basically the Rising experience. Like, the game isn't out yet, so this is supposed to be our first kind of look at a beta to the game, where they could get a lot of data, they can get a lot of feedback, netcode, everything that they're adding to it. It's a big update. This is, it's basically a new version of the game. They tweeted out at the GBVS_official Twitter that the online beta has been delayed from its previously scheduled May 2023 release. We realize our community must be disappointed as we are, and offer serious apologies. An updated schedule will be posted as soon as possible. Creative director Tetsuya Fukuhara just goes on to state, they've had some issues, currently experiencing stability issues during online play. While we realize that some bumpiness is to be expected during beta testing, we would like to still put our best foot forward, ensuring that we deliver as enjoyable an experience as possible. We'll announce the date soon, as soon as things have settled. To everyone, looking forward to the Rising experience. Our sincerest apologies. In order to test our recent implementation of rollback netcode, we will be launching a closed pre-release beta, following short by an open beta. For those who would like to participate in the pre-access beta, registration will open when we announce the updated schedule. So the beta that is coming out, I think I feel like they did state it was going to be a closed beta beforehand, but if it wasn't before, it is now. So the closed beta that was scheduled for May, or the now coming closed beta, is TBD. Once we do get actually a heads up, they'll announce ASAP Rock, and we get to register. And if you get picked out, then cool. Followed by the open beta where they need to stress test. Man, I'm wondering if all this crossplay, or this is more, they're talking about the rollback netcode, because that's the first big thing. But I'm like, man, ArcSys involved in these games that they help with the roleplay and all that are just having issues. I'm like, is this a pattern here?
Right.
It would suck if it was.
And it's not like it's the middle of 2020 and we're expecting delays. Maybe they
can't use that option select no more.
Right. But they did say there will be a tournament and playable demo at Evo. So we're still awaiting that.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
I mean, if that affects this.
I mean, May's supposed to be the online experience. They could always come out with a build that's just straight offline, which is perfectly fine. I think that's well within their wheelhouse to do. But, it could be a delay a month and a half. Who knows? What is Evo is what, July, right? Isn't it July?
August. First weekend of August.
First weekend of August. Okay, yeah, so they still got, June and July to still post something up and maybe get some feedback into a new build by the time Evo comes around. But we'll just have to wait and see. But in the meantime, though, we're just going to have to sit tight. Make sure to follow them once again on Twitter, GBVS_official and all, when to make that announcement for the closed beta. So,
speaking of, I have to book my room to Evo.
I gotta book.
Are you going to Evo?
I don't know. Part of me really, 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 really. I literally have to go to Vegas in June for work, but and I'm like really thinking about it. When's Evo again?
First weekend of August.
Oh yeah, it's in June. I'm like, it's not in the. Yeah, you just said it first weekend of August. I already forgot. Just came one ear out the other.
No, that's all right. I mean, it'd be a good way to take a break. Speaking of breaks.
Yeah. Speaking of breaks, that's what we're about to get into right now. So don't turn that dial. Don't change that URL link. We'll be right back right after this.
I've always wanted to do that.
What? Don't change this ad break?
Give a good segue. I used to do that with Maz all the time.
Oh, nice. All right. So with that, we've got one thing to really close out today, but it's not a small thing, man. It was a really, really great event that went down over the weekend. So Texas Showdown 2023 in the books, supported by MSI, right? They had a bunch of Street Fighter setups built out with those laptops that they've been rolling around. I'm sure they're the same ones to use at DTN. We got to see some Marvel 2 action. That was great. We got to watch that, while you were streaming and such. Got some great Marvel 3 action and some incredible Guilty Gear action, which we'll get into right now. So, first of all, shout out to Big Dame.
Talk about?
Shout out to Big Dame.
Yeah, Big Dame.
Shout out to Big Dame. Made it home. But we talked to Dame, or we talked to Dame on the chat last week on last week's show. Not only was out there as a competitor, I think also got to finals on day 3 or whatever. But also helped. Actually, was either a bracket runner or just helped with the event itself. Like I said, true general manager of the FGC. So shout out to Dame for always just being that world warrior and going around doing your thing. Got that hook up with the Hiltons, so he can really go anywhere. So shout outs to you, homie. But yeah, so Texas Showdown, I got to watch sporadically throughout the weekend. I got to watch pool play. I got to watch some of the top 8, or really I got to watch several top 8s. But overall, I think that tournament was really awesome to see. The competition was great in whatever game you were playing, or we were playing or watching, spectating, whichever way. Yeah. The production was sick.
Right. I wasn't looking forward to it much, but until my friend, I'm good friends with Liberal Terminator, who actually was in Marvel. He messaged me, or he messaged just a group chat of us, and it's like, well, I got my ticket. I'm like, where are you going? Texas Showdown? I didn't even know it was happening until last week.
Yeah, initially it wasn't even going. Only apparently found out that they had on-site registration and decided to go. Like super on the whim, and and won. To put it bluntly, fucking took Marvel.
Terminator? Oh yeah. No, 100%.
And your boy
he's already known for
Marvel
doing really well in online TNS bracket.
Yep.
So was Milky. So is Mundang.
Yeah.
Mundang, I don't think was there.
Mundang wasn't there. Frankie G was there. Shout out to Tong making top 8, right? Like
that was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
K-Brad. And they already uploaded the videos.
Oh yeah. They were the VODs. They were tip top. They were within several hours. Properly divided chapter. Listen, I can't say how much I appreciate chapters on a YouTube video nowadays. I just don't got the time to be searching. Just like, yo, this is game 1, this is game 2, this is game 3. I know how it's gonna go, but damn, thank you for putting the marks in there. I appreciate you. Yeah, so timestamps, all that good stuff. So yeah, Marvel was sick. Once again, shout out to Liberal Terminator taking it from winners. Only got reset it at grand finals, right? Brought it down to losers, but then still kept the composure. I actually was down 0-2 against who was the Phoenix player? No, starts with an N.
Mothman.
Mothman, thank you, Mothman. Yes. Like 0-2 with the Phoenix team, and then came back, and every time Phoenix popped, my man was militant with the setup.
Yep.
Spencer just watched and was just like, pop, X Factor, grip you, you're dead. Like did it and 3 times. Amazing.
It's nothing new. I was watching it and I'm like, I know he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Opposite X Factor's grab. And
that shit was
Mothman got unfortunately drowned in the lower bracket in the loser side, but still really good. I was watching actually on Saturday night. I was actually streaming most of it, and I got to see a lot of Rev 2. Fantastic, by the way. Rio's Soul Bad Guy is amazing. I was watching. Let me see, what other results did I watch through? Some Under Night, some Blaze Blue. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed Blaze Blue because I used to be a main of Lambda and Nu. So watching a Nu 13 or Lambda do well was awesome. One of my favorites. Favorite just to watch. I just like watching. I had like all 4 multi streams up, just watching through. And then we also had Marvel 2 happen that night.
Oh, that was so fun. That was so fun to watch.
And I was watching Marvel 2 last year when they had it running. And General Trilla again wins with the Iron Man War Machine Cable team.
Yeah.
My God, if you want
all
to
the
talk about
arsenals,
meter build,
all the guns,
getting touched and hit by freaking what's the beams thing? What's the stupid bombs?
Smart bombs. Superior tech.
Yeah. And I heard that Justin was actually doing commentary of
Justin did grand finals commentary in CVS too. It's a boss ass thing to do that. Not the first time I've seen it. I've actually done it at a not me. I have had to make it happen in a tournament that I've ran. And that shit, it was for Marvel 3, and that shit was hilarious because my man who I had on the mic was also in grand final, who ended up winning, by the way, was just all kinds of hype. And I was like, bro, this is just legendary. But to also see Justin Wong do it, I'm like, that is fucking incredible. Like how in your opponent's head can you be when your like voice is literally what everyone's going to hear? And it's like, I didn't get to see. I only got to hear about it. I saw like a small clip here and there, but I'm hoping at some point he was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this." So that way, if he hears it, like you don't do it, you're just in their head. I'm like, bro, layers. Or
can you imagine? He'll be like, hold up, give me a second. Sure.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying.
Oh wait, no, I got this combo. Yeah, like I was saying, in the middle of his infinite, right?
Bro, that's
AOF was great.
Level.
Shout outs to Mothman making top 8 in Marvel and in King of Fighters. Didn't win. Reynold got the victory in King of Fighters and also was
shocker
in Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Reynold is a monster. However, there was also a video because Combo Fiend got second in King of Fighters.
Yep.
To Reynold, and there's a picture out there that shows them facing each other
11 years ago.
I think the final round.
Oh my God!
That's such a good photo.
You just see like how old
are there grays or not?
Oh, they are mad grays, bro. We're getting ancient, my dude. It is happening, but you know what? It's still awesome to see. Cass can still put down. You know, can never count them out. Don't disrespect the skills, right, that you acquire over the years. It was awesome, but yeah, like speaking of skills, to kind of jump on there, I'm about ready to talk about Guilty because that.
Yes, I was about to say. Now there's a reason why we didn't talk about Guilty Gear yet, but you go gush about it. Let me know.
I'm not gushing, but like, you know what? I like talk about someone like Justin to come out and like do your own commentary and stuff. I'm like, yo, that's boss. But like to actually just be known to be just like an online monster and just not actually, like, to my knowledge, okay, I don't know, because I don't know the brother's entire career right now. I just know I have played him online a shitload of times, and I don't mean I don't know his career as in like I don't know the player. I do know this player. Like everyone knows this player for many good reasons. He's an incredible player. But like in terms of like actually gone out and played any Guilty Gear tournaments, I don't really know if there have been any. But the fact that Snake Eyes came out after the only reason also making it to Texas Showdown is because he had an incentive on his stream to be like, I will go to Texas Showdown if I make this amount of money, like in donations over like several months. Like this, like for a while, like because he just was not going to tournaments. If you look him up on fucking like on the like SR ratings and stuff, he's up there in like one of the highest, and he has been number 1 before too with Pot. And his freaking score, like I know it doesn't mean much, but it still kind of shows how much they grind out, is like in the 10,000s. I'm like, dude, that is an insane number. Like he just grinds out, he just plays the tech, he just plays the character, and that's all he does. He streams 3, 4, 5 hours, just grinds it out, maybe even longer. I just catch him online and he just puts in, and he's still one of the greatest spots I ever played. I've played him many times. Definitely made me just go like this, just pull back on the chair a little bit and just be like, what was that? And now him making it to tournament and winning is incredible. I also do want to lament, unfortunately, he did take out our biking brother, Lord Knight. I'm sorry. Well, he put him into losers.
Then Lord Knight into losers?
Yeah, he put Lord Knight into losers.
Yeah,
they met in like winter semis or something like that, I believe.
I started watching when Kazam was playing Lord Knight. I started watching when Kazam was up 2-0.
Kazam. That was the Testament, right?
Yes.
He's a Melia player, but also a Testament player.
Really? Oh, no wonder he knew how to fight. Lord Knight so well.
They were both Melia. Well, Lord Knight didn't play Melia. Lord Knight played Biken the whole way through.
No, not today. Right. And he beat Rat pretty convincingly too.
And Rat also a Melia player, also deciding to play. Right. Rat played Melia sometimes. I forget what. Melia. But they also played. No, they also played a different character. I forget. They had their secondary to play.
What I'm trying to say is that Lord Knight sort of almost ran it back 3-0 straight, and then just got clipped, I guess, by something. But yeah, very inspiring play because, as you know, I'm a Testament main who likes to teleport and get beat all the time. Yep. But there were some mistakes being made, but then also just got away with like Testament murder.
Actually, he won the final hit of the match against Lord Knight because of a teleport. Because Lord Knight threw Kabari out and it whiffed, so he then teleported behind him, and then he was able to whiff punish him because of it. Yeah, that's how he ended the. Yeah,
but there were some other little stain moments that messed up the losers' final match against the Leo. Against Zippy, which was. I even it happened, and I instantly went to Diaphone's stream and was like, "What happened there?" And he's already clipping it. He's already clipping the scene to see what had happened. I think the character sort of there's little OTG moments. You know when you hit an OTG and they immediately flip out. Yeah, so something like that. And then the stain had already burst, but it's in a spot where they can't get hit. So it's is that character having no character knowledge of it? I don't know what it was, but it was really good to see a Testament finally in a top 8. And who knows, maybe that was because Snake Eyes took out all of the other players that would have been in there, you know?
On such a tyrant, bro, with Pot rocking the FAB color. I'm like, bro, I think you are in line to just also own that color. Because his Pot was disgusting. He just knew all the tech. His Kara Garudas, his Kara grabs, his Kara everything. He just is good. His execution. It's funny. James Chen said some shit. He was like, yo, he believes this character needs the most execution in this game to be good. And I was like, when he said that, I was kind of like, I don't think he's wrong. I was like, huh? I don't think he's wrong, bro.
Ever since I've seen our homie HD Cloud play with Test with
Shout out to Cloud.
In the last game. Yeah, I've always been like, man, this character has every tool he needs for every matchup and every character. But is it easy to do? No. You have to search for a long time. You have to have a lot of experience with this character.
So many matches.
But he does have the tool. Yeah, he has a tool for every character. Now, he doesn't have an air dash. He has a dash. Can you make it safe? Yes, you can. He has a command grab for those turns. He has a situation for everything.
He has unique interactions with wake up game and being able to do things like the 50 meter invo RC, even if you don't have 100 tension, right? And you can do it with 50 tension. Like Pod is one of them. He had the Aegis setups. He knew the gaps where even if you're an Aegis, an Aegis block stun and still get gripped. I got hit with that so early on. I was like, that's a thing. Was because of him. I got hit with that months back. I was like, this is a fucking thing. You can grab me even if I'm blocking here. It's like, oh, you blocked the air grab? Guess what? I'm hella plus. But his mind games are what's so great. I kind of started catching, I myself started catching on to his, he loves the gold burst because once Pot has 100 tension, it's like, bro, good luck. He can do anything and end up on a command grab. He can play so many mind games to fuck with you. And it's like, you guess wrong, it's over. But he started, once again, he started getting figured out because these are really high level players, right? This isn't just Celestial. But regardless, Snake Eyes was able to keep composed the whole way and just, I don't want to say meme his way to the top, but bro, man, with Pot to take a win like that is gimmick, crazy. No, I don't even say it's a gimmick, bro. It is as technical as it fucking gets. And it's insane.
I was just using when you said what is it? Use his way to the top. But my other thing is the burst that he was placing. I felt as though he was playing a different game from everyone. he's playing something totally different as a grappler specialist. I'm gonna call him that because he's obviously a, you know, he's the Zangief player that we think of in America at least. And he is a grappler specialist, but not just that, he's playing it like it's Street Fighter 5. He's jabbing, like he's mashing jab.
He's checking. He knows the situations. He's like playing mind games. Like, remember, as he stated, I forget who tweeted it out, but like, you know, Street Fighter 4 players are like the best players ever, right? Like that's what he said. Like they're just the best.
And he even has a setup for like command grabs. Like after command grabs, he has a setup for, you know, I guess a safe string or a safe jump. Like all these things that you don't normally see from a Tekken. I mean, you see it because you played it.
But it's crazy though.
The layers are there, man.
It's
and
bonkers.
I'm not to take away from Fab or even from the other. What's the other one? Is it Jan? And some of the other Potemkin players. There are Potemkin players out there that, you know, just do as well, but not as this.
Not level. This well. This was just, but to also do it without really going to a lot of tournaments. Like, yeah, he's just an online warrior, man. He's just like, I'm just playing this shit online. That's all he was doing until Street Fighter 6 comes out. He was enjoying the game. And he's like, yo, this shit is like, yo, Pot is busted. Hell yeah, this is like, that's his character. That's his archetype. He just rolled with it, had fun, and just had and just learned from it, man. Like it, but it was an incredible thing to watch him play and just like. Go against all odds. Like he should. It's so messed up to say. It's like he shouldn't have won that. I can't say that, but like it is just crazy to think that he won that shit. Still, it's so wild. But you know what? Like who does that? Who just has a ready on the fucking backdash on the Leo overhead? Like he just had it. It was so natural to him to do that. Like he did it several times against Zippy, and then you punish with the pop buster. It's like, bro, that mistake just cost you 40%. Like, are you shitting me right now? Or like 35%, whatever. And it's like those little things here and there. It's like, I just have not seen a pop be that consistent in tournament.
Right. My favorite is how he ended the whole thing was just, he didn't even block the cross up. I think it missed and he like auto corrected it into a command grab. I don't know. But other than that, like, it was amazing to watch. Shout out to Zippy too, like really good Leo. I actually want to see like Umisho versus Snake Eyes.
Like
now.
Snake.
I don't know.
I think that'd be kind of dangerous. So no, that cross up thing that you're talking about that he hit, he's fucking plus on that air grab, man. Like he got that air grab does like an air guard crush, and he's just plus. Like it's literally a guess, jump or backdash. But if you backdash and he checks you, he'll just punish you with like 6H or something. You don't move, he just fucking command grabs you. It's like, or if you press a button, his button will come out first. So that's what started that whole series, man. But yeah, it was still incredible to watch him play. He took the dub. I don't think he lost like a match, but like oh, excuse me, he did get the reset. Sorry, there was a reset. Yeah, there was a reset. Like Zippy played hardcore, and it's it's Leo. You know, how can you outbunga me? No, okay, not really. That's not like the whole story, but it's Leo. He also has disadvantages in this match. Right, Pot is a grappler, right? Like command grabs beat out DPs, which is like Leo's big thing, right? His flash kick is like get out of the way, right? So now every knockdown is a guess. And that is already putting him in a crazy situation, man. And then he hits him with the dust, the Garuda into fast dust, like kick. That's it, and he wins. It's fucking incredible.
Oh, it was the winners final match where he did that command grab into the cross up in the middle of the cross up, I believe.
But my dude has just been grinding it out at home.
Was that on PC?
Yeah, it's all on PC. The MSI laptop is right there in the middle, so you can see it.
Wow. Interesting. That to me is interesting more because we've been trying to play like PC games at the lab at our local, and it's like old games on PC. You gotta like disconnect all the keyboards and connect all of these, and that stuff is just a nightmare to me. I'm not saying that PC is not optimal. I actually prefer Guilty Gear on PC. When I do play Guilty Gear at a local, it does feel like it's underwater on PS4.
Yep, it does.
So I'm just saying,
absolutely. But
you've been there before, you know.
Yeah, I do know. But yeah, the Texas Showdown was just incredible to watch. All the matches, all the games, all the players. It was an awesome time. I can't wait. I can't wait to get myself out to CEO right now. It's like my only planned event as of, well, not my only, it's just my latest planned event right now, the first one I'll be getting into. Yeah. But I think Texas Showdown was a great hit. Hell of a way to continue growing the scene, and like I said, all the matches, everything spectacular. So shout outs to everyone that was involved in it, in making the event, the production, the TOs, the bracket runners, like everything. It was phenomenal, and I'm hoping to come out and get a chance to compete out. That'd be a great time. For sure. Or at least just to hang out. Fuck it. This just seemed like a good old time. But that's FGC events for you. They're always a good time.
Tournament season is in full swing.
Full swing for sure. But yeah, did you guys go? Let us know. If you went to Texas Showdown, what was your favorite part to it? What did you enjoy? Were you watching? What was your favorite match? Did you expect Snake Eyes to win Guilty Gear? I honestly kind of forgot he was even in it until I was just like, what the fuck? He's in pools. I'm like, oh shit, he can make this. Like, he's from experience. I'm like, bro, it's fucking nasty. I don't think anyone's ready for that kind of pot. Sure enough, they were not. But yeah, that is going to be it for our Texas Showdown coverage. And that is also going to be it for our show this week. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us for another episode of Double Tap. You guys, of course, once again, can find us at Double Tap FGC on all social media platforms. Make sure to check us out, of course, on YouTube. Double Tap FGC on there. Like I said, we upload different parts of the podcast there, shorts, all that good stuff. Go subscribe so you can stay up to date, get some little visual eye candy if you're not just